In this video, I'm going to show you how to create a multi-boot USB flash drive and how to add fully installed Linux operating systems to it. Not a live Linux OS with persistence. I'm talking about fully installed Linux distributions running straight from your USB drive. But I'm not doing this in a way that makes you dedicate your entire drive to one operating system. This method allows you to run multiple environments. Fully installed Linux distros, fully installed Windows OSes, live environments, and much more. That's exactly how I put together the most powerful multi-boot USB drives on the planet. If you haven't seen those yet, be sure to check out bootable.usbs.com. Products are tagged here and a link in the description. Feel free to follow along because I will cover everything step by step. Alright, pop in your flash drive, then head over to the Ventoy download site. Link is in the description. Download and extract Ventoy, then run Ventoy to disk. This part is very important. Make sure you select the correct drive letter here, as it will wipe that drive. Take a second to double and even triple check, then go ahead and install Ventoy to that disk. I'm showing this process on a new /blank USB, but for the rest of the demo, I'll use the prototype of my ultimate USB v3, coming soon by the way. Just note that I installed Ventoy on this USB earlier as well. Okay, you now have your Ventoy enabled USB, so let's download an ISO. You can check the Ventoy vDisk compatibility chart, link in the description, but most Ubuntu-based Linux distros are supported. I need something awesome for the Blue Team category on the new Ultimate USB v3, so I'm going with Kali Purple today. While that downloads, go ahead and open up VirtualBox. If you don't have VirtualBox, get that downloaded, link in the description, and I have videos on that as well. It's a pretty straightforward install though. I make it a habit to create a storage directory on my Ultimate USBs. This allows us to use it as a traditional storage flash drive alongside it being a Swiss Army knife of bootable environments. With the built-in USB-C interface, you can even easily move files to and from your phone if needed. Let's create a folder on the USB so we can build the VM here. I will call mine Kali Purple. Now launch VirtualBox and create a new VM. I'm going to name mine Kali Purple. For the VM folder, I'll select the folder that we just created on the USB. ISO image is the Kali Purple ISO image that we just downloaded. Since this is Ubuntu based, we can leave it at Linux and Ubuntu 64-bit. For a quicker install, I will crank the RAM up to 8 gigs and the CPU up to 8 cores. Very important, make sure you check Use UEFI. Another crucial step is configuring the virtual hard disk. Make sure you set it to VDI and check the option to pre-allocate full size. I set mine to 45 gigs so the Blue Team will have some room for their work. Double check your options and click Finish. This will take a few minutes as it is pre-allocating the virtual hard disk, 45 gigs in my case. Once that completes, click on Start to power on your new VM. Now we will run through the install for Kali Purple. This is not a how to install Kali video, so I will be flying through this install. Once it completes, log in and open a browser. In that VM, head over to the link in the description for the vDisk download. Once you click on the hyperlink, it'll take you to GitHub, where you will download the ISO file. You'll need to extract that ISO, then extract the tar zip file. From a terminal, change directories to where you extracted the tar zip contents and run sudo sh vtoyboot.sh. Once you see process completed successfully, we are all set. As noted in the terminal, this is only going to boot in UEFI, which for the vast majority of cases is fine, since all modern-day PCs are UEFI capable. Now, go ahead and shut down that VM and then head over to the folder where you deployed it. You'll need to rename the VDI file, adding .vtoy at the end. I enable the View option to show file extensions just to make that easier. I'm going to cut the file and move it to the Blue Team folder. If you just have a blank Ventoy USB, putting it right at the root is fine. Now we are ready to test our work. Eject that USB, pop it into a powered-off laptop or PC, then boot into it. I have videos covering how to boot from USB if needed. Welcome to the prototype for the ultimate USB v3, the biggest and baddest multi-boot USB solution ever assembled. Your screen will likely look different. Just note that a lot of work and customization went into this one. You can pick up one of my fully customized and curated Ultimate USBs today at bootableusbs.com. Or feel free to check out my full series if you want a DIY. This thing is packed with nearly 100 environments across a bunch of categories. But for today, I'll drill into the Blue Team folder and boot our Kali Purple fully installed OS. Hopefully you didn't forget the username and password you set while installing the OS to your VM earlier. Go ahead and log in. Voila! You have a fully installed Linux OS on your multi-boot Ventoy USB. We can take a look at our drives and see that I have the 45 gigs of capacity that we set up in the VM. How cool is this? I've done videos on setting up bootable Linux operating systems with persistence. I've done videos on adding fully installed Windows operating systems to your Ventoy drives. Now, you have the knowledge to also add fully installed Linux operating systems as well. Take a second to leave a comment. I really want to know what you guys are going to build now that you have the knowledge and skills for this. If you enjoyed this video or got any value out of it, please hit that like button. For more of this type of content, be sure to subscribe.